transitioning from a man to a woman.
Michelangelo says, people are dying. Resurrect the mind immediately. Muslims say Allah made the Quran easy to remember, and I say it's impossible to memorize. Thank you. I actually read the Quran from cover to cover, and I can't memorize it either. But I do feel that it had some similarities to Christianity, and I just feel like people should be able to believe whatever they want to believe, and when they die, they'll figure out if they were correct. Leave everybody alone. That's how I feel. Leave everybody alone. Worry about your own damn soul. Worry about your own soul. Because you could be wrong. Let everybody be responsible for their own soul. In death, they'll find out if they made the right choices in life. You're born alone and you're going to die alone. So everybody needs to just mind their business. That would be great.
Utah Governor Spencer Cox also told the Wall Street Journal that investigators are of the view that the alleged killer is deeply indoctrinated with leftist ideology. Gab, you have heard a lot of misinformation.
If y'all want to watch a movie about indoctrination, watch 1984. Watch Equilibrium. Watch those movies, because you will see how people and how the government and how people can control the mind. I call it the mass mind. You know, you can control the mind of everybody by constantly feeding them with something, and making them afraid. And then they get desensitized to violence, and they don't care if you're murdering and stuff like that. It's crazy. Troy says, Charlie was 31-year-old. I loved his debating style, but at the end of the day, I'm 52. I'm old enough to respect someone's opinion, but he always said, it's my opinion. He did. He always would say it's his opinion. And I do feel like, I don't ever feel like he ever like tried to even make anybody see his way. He would just give his opinion and listen to somebody else's opinion and use reasoning to explain why he feels that this way is right for him. And then, you know, I never felt that it was like bossy, like how liberals are like, oh, you don't like what I'm saying, you're transphobic. Oh, you hate gays. Oh, nobody cares. It only becomes a problem when you try to force your ideology on somebody. You know what I mean? And that's when people start not liking you and having a problem.
We have heard a lot of lies from people who should know better, including many in the media, about the alleged killer being supposedly MAGA or from some right-wing movement.
They tried to lie and say that from the beginning, and I just knew that wasn't true. I knew it wasn't true. Alex Jones and them have been said from the beginning what they thought it was, you know. And a lot of people feel like there's more of a conspiracy surrounding this boy and stuff like this. So I don't know. Time will tell. Let's see what happens with it or whatever. But now I noticed that the trolls are quiet, because at first everybody was in my profile. Oh, he was a Trump supporter, his parents, whatever. Most of these kids don't have parents that are that extreme leftists. It's like they go to school and they get indoctrinated. One of the videos, they was talking about how somebody was talking about how the daughter went in school and she came out hating her father because in school they told her father was a racist. So then she went to school and ended up leaving school hating her parents. So this happens to a lot of kids. Y'all better be easy, and you know, you got to teach your kids these tactics when they're young. I taught my son these agendas when he was very young, so he could spot it. They're defenseless to the attack if they don't know what's coming. It's like horror movies or whatever. If once you've seen it, you know the scare. You're not scared anymore. Once you know what's going to happen, they can't fear you into anything. But you got to start when they're very young. Since my son could even have a little bit of reasoning, I was telling him about stuff like this.
So much misinformation, disinformation online. It's horrible to see. But I think this truth, I should say, from Utah Governor Spencer Cox, that that this alleged killer believes to appear to be deeply indoctrinated with leftist ideology. That should come as a surprise to no one. We have seen parts of the far left justify and celebrate murder, and it is absolutely sick. Now, it appears as though Tyler Robinson was radicalized after university. We know that ammunition was engraved with a reference to fascism.
So we know all this part.